everyone, welcome back to my channel, Moments with Kate, where I talk about skincare, hair care, and wellness. So if that sounds like your sort of thing, make sure you're subscribed down below. Let's talk about eyebrows. Eyebrows have been quite the topic these past 10 years. They've really changed the way beauty is looked at, and I've definitely gone through my own eyebrow battles, but I think I have it down pat. I know in 10 years I'm gonna look back and be like, oh, but for now, I like the way I've gotten them. I naturally actually don't have visible eyebrows. They're really blonde, and so you can't see them against my pale skin. And so I got to a certain age where I was like, damn, everybody's eyebrows are so nice. They frame their face. I look like a potato. I want some sort of definition. So I started to very, casually and gently start to fill in my eyebrows, dye them very subtly until I had the eyebrows I have today. I know my eyebrows look pretty thin, but they've been a lot thinner, and I wanted to talk about different ways that I have been able to thicken my eyebrows. So all the tips that I have in this video are both budget friendly and at-home friendly. I know that there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now, so even if you could afford $900 microblading for your eyebrows, you can't get it done right now. And so everything in today's video is easy, cheap, and ready to go right away. First one is super obvious, so I'm just gonna get it out of the way. You can fill in your eyebrows. Now, this is a little annoying because it does take some time and skill to get it looking more natural. And also it's not like a permanent solution, but trust me, there are some amazing products out there that help with that. I've tried dozens and dozens of eyebrow products, and trust me, there are some horrendous ones out there, but the one that I personally love the most is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and this one is super affordable. I think in Canada it's around $12, and what I love the most is that it comes in auburn, so it really matches my hair. But it's just your standard creamy eyebrow pencil, and it comes with a brush on the other end. And I find that this one, it's really small where you can really get in there and work on the individual areas without going too crazy, and then you can also buff it out and make it look more natural. But the real secret sauce that comes with this is topping it off with some hairspray. I know that sounds insane, but what I do is I spray the hairspray on a Q-tip, and I just sort of set my eyebrows once I'm happy with them, and they will stay all day without looking too crazy. Of course, it depends on what hairspray you get, but this one I like a lot. It's the Tresemme Freeze Hold, and it's not shiny or anything, so you can't like see that it's clearly hairspray all over my eyebrows, but it definitely keeps them in place. It's way too risky going out there day to day and having something like brush up against your eyebrow and then it's like all messed up, so this is something that I do every single morning and that I've been doing for at least 5 years. The second solution for fuller brows is getting a hair-specific peptide. So I have tried so many like hair growth oils in the past, like castor oil and ones that are way too thick and like clog up my pores. And so I don't want anything like that on my face, especially near my eyes. But there's a lot of multi-peptide serums that will actually work to help your hair growth without it being too heavy. This one I absolutely love because I think it was under $30, and it's from The Ordinary, and it's just their multi-peptide serum for hair density. In this one it says it's a concentrated serum for hair that looks thicker, denser, fuller, and healthier. I started using this on my baby hairs because they were really starting to annoy me, and now that they're really starting to grow out, I started to try this on my eyebrows, and I love it because it's very, very thin oil, and it's not an oil, it's a peptide, so you're not really like clogging your pores, or it's not very heavy. It's just a light, nice thing to put on your face. The next tip is the only one that I personally haven't tried myself, but I'm curious to give it a go this week, and that's putting Vaseline on your eyebrows. I've seen this everywhere. I'm not too sure about it. Vaseline I do put on my face time to time, but now that summer's approaching, I feel like it's gonna be too thick. I guess this helps with the hair growth, but to me, this would also help with the general look. Like, I feel like if you put this in your eyebrows and then sort of brush them out, it would give that like glossier, laminated eyebrow look. So I'll see if it does anything. Let me know if you try it. Obviously, it's a very affordable, cheap way to improve your brows, but I don't know if it's gonna do anything. I have 2 more tips for you. This one being extremely obvious, but bear with me. And then the last one being very strange, but bear with me. So this one is don't pluck your brows. Like, yeah, duh, Kate. But the thing is I used to pluck them to try and like figure them out and like, oh my God, that's not the shape I want, blah, blah, blah. And then soon enough, I have like no eyebrows left. And even now, I want to sort of pluck them before I work on them, but I just don't know what's gonna happen, so I really try and hold off until I really know what I want and if it's thick enough. And so just don't touch your eyebrows until you're ready to actually shape them properly. Okay, so my last tip is to buy Just for Men's hair dye, and this stuff is amazing. It makes me really hate women's hair dye because that stuff just sucks. I used to buy the entire box of women's hair dye to dye my eyebrows, and for one, you waste so much product because they give you these big packages and you have to dump it all into a box and use it all at once, and it didn't hold the color onto my eyebrows at all. And so I tried the Just for Men one because I was intrigued that, well, beard hair is more like eyebrow hair, and I found out that you get these little tubes, so it actually lasts like a year, and it's like $12, so I was pretty sold there. You just mix these two guys together in the little container that they give you, and then I use a Sigma brush to brush it on my eyebrows, and then I'll use like a cotton swab to just sort of clean it up and let it sit for about 12 minutes. And it's insane. Like, this is the sole tip that I would give out of any of these. This is it, because you might think, oh, I have dark brows, like I can, you know, like this isn't gonna do anything for me, but there's actually a lot of tiny little baby peach fuzz hairs that are around that will actually dye and build to the overall look. This hair dye also lasts like probably 3 weeks or so. The only way the hair dye would actually leave my hair is if all of the hair fell out and we went back to blonde, so it will last way longer than the women's hair dye. And for me, just personal preference, I like to dye my eyebrows around twice a month. And again, it only takes 10 minutes, so it's super low maintenance and super affordable. So those are my tips. Hopefully there are a few things around your house that you can play around with. Let me know if you try the hairspray trick. I swear I'm not crazy, it does work well. I'm personally gonna try the Vaseline this week and let you guys know how that goes. It should be interesting. But other than that, that's it for me. I hope you guys found the video insightful in some way, and I will see you guys again in a couple days.